Do you work out physically? Do you work out your financial fitness and just look to see how you can strengthen those financial muscles? Well, today we are going to walk through 6 ways that you can work those financial muscles, 6 tips to help you just get ahead this fall. Let's talk about that. Are you ready? Let's go. So let's talk about 6 different ways that you can make sure that your financial fitness kind of goes the way you want it to. Now, a lot of times we can get into this path of just kind of being lazy and, not working out on our financial things, on the things that really are important to us. And just as you walk through life and you stop working out, you can get kind of flabby and you can get kind of discouraged. Let's talk about these 6 things that we can do so that we are moving ahead rather than moving backwards. So I'm going to start with the fun ones. And the first one is Splurge. Yeah, actually, I want you to splurge. I want you to set aside some time to have fun. Whenever we get into the budget, sometimes we can be like,
all right, we're not spending any money for like 6 weeks, okay?
And by the end of it, you're just so beat down. Take a day of the month, maybe even a day of the week, and say, I'm gonna spend X amount of dollars this week. Treat yourself. That's really what it's about. You need to treat yourself. This way, this will keep you motivated to save your money. This will keep you motivated to stay on budget. This will keep you motivated to continue looking at your finances. I know it's a really weird concept, but the first one is to treat yourself. Second tip that is fairly rudimentary, it's start your budget or revisit your budget. And I just want to skim over this quickly, but when you start your budget, you really want to look at those mainstay expenses you're going to see all the time. So what expenses are you going to see that you wouldn't just wait the furnace? So budgets can be one of those things that are just not really thrilling. And yeah, no one wants to do them. Although there's some of us that are really excited when we get to do a budget.
Like this guy.
I really enjoy sitting down and putting the numbers together and seeing what's possible, what can happen at the end of the month, and then coming back at the end of the month, revisiting it and seeing, yes, I hit these targets or I didn't. This will also give you the chance to be able to put that money aside that we talked about in the first tip about splurging, about treating yourself. Put that money aside to live a bit. So just make sure that you review your budget, or if you don't have a budget, start a budget. And that is really starting at looking at your bills, looking at what you pay to travel, what you pay for insurance, what you pay for hydro, what you pay for water, and revisiting it each month. And our third tip for today is to maintain your credit. And you can use services like Borrowwell, that's the service that I use, or Credit Karma, and just to maintain your credit. And what is the biggest single factor that's going to impact your credit is how quickly you pay your bills. So this could be even your cell phone bill, your hydro bill, your water bill, any bills that you have, or even any payments you currently have. Make sure to stay on top of those payments. Having a good credit score is actually going to help you in the future. It's going to help you perpetuate to move forward when you need to buy a house. Most people don't have $200,000, $300,000, $500,000, whatever the price tag is on a new home, or not a new built home, but a new home to you. To qualify for that mortgage, you're going to need a good credit score. So not only paying your bills on time is one of the single largest ways that your credit can take a hit, but also having over 30% of your credit maximized. So what that really means is if you have a $100 credit card and you use more than $30 of that $100 credit card consistently, that's gonna bring your credit score down. And that's not a good thing. You want to have a high credit score in order to qualify for future mortgages so that creditors, when they look at you, they're like,
Okay, yeah, this person pays their credit off in time, and they're going to be a great client to have, so we are willing to give them a mortgage, give them a loan.
all right. And the fourth tip is to make sure to focus on that high interest debt. So what are high interest debt? Well, those are credit cards, payday loans, car loans. Now, what is considered high interest? Well, credit cards are in the 20% range. You could be 17, 21%. Some of these payday loans could be 30, 35%. In my previous career, being someone who served court papers, I used to serve small claims courts for different companies, and some of them had 40, 50, almost 60% interest against a loan. And maybe you need that money right away, but a lot of times it's not worth it to pay for those high interest loans. But right now, focus on those high interest debts. If you have a credit card, make sure to pay that off as soon as you can. Put all your extra money towards that and pay the minimum on everything else. It's really important to get away from that high interest debt. Stops crippling you, stops making sure that you're in that kind of like hamster wheel where you can just never get ahead. Once those high interest debts are gone, it's a lot easier to pace yourself and make sure that you're
Staying financially fit, right?
all right. So tip number 5 is spending your time, not your money. So focus on spending time with loved ones. Focus on spending time with your family. Focus on spending time rather than money. There are plenty of places that have free events, free hikes. Go to your local conservation area. Go to your local park. Go for a hike. Spend time with your family. Spend time with your loved ones rather than spending your money on frivolous things. This is one of the things that we've really learned over the last 18 months of this whole global catastrophe is that we have a lot of time. And maybe there's a lot of things in our lives that we were spending on before that we don't really need to spend on anymore. And this is a good thing. So look to spend your time, not your money. And you'll be really financially fit going through this fall if you focus on that. Now let's talk about our 6th point. I'm gonna spend a little bit of time on this because this is really important for me and it should also be really important for you. So the 6th point is to give. Wade, you're telling me to be financially fit and you're telling me I should give? Yeah, you should give. Put some money aside where you can help out in other ways in your life. Is there someone in need in your life that could really just use a meal? And you can have that money aside to give that person a meal. Or are you in the grocery store line and you could see a single mom just really struggling? Put money aside to be able to step in and say, hey, you know what? Don't worry about your grocery bill. I got it today. These things, just giving to others, can actually really help boost your financial confidence. And did you know that money really isn't everything? And I know that this show is really about money and how to save and how to be financially smart with your money, but it's not about everything. And I have a little story for you today. I was talking to an owner, and he owns 1,000 acres. To some, that's not really all that much. And he met up with a guy named Bill, and they were sitting down, and Bill was a very successful business owner, a multi-millionaire. And right now, Bill's wife is dying. And you know what Bill said to my friend, Joe, that lives down the road and owns 1,000 acres? Bill said, you know what, Joe? With almost tears in his eyes, money isn't everything. I own so much things and I have so much money, but know what? That's not really what it's all about. Money is a tool. Money is something that we're given. We're given by God to steward, to help others. So give. Even those that have lots of money know this. And even us with little money should know this as well. We need to give back to others. We need to give of our resources that have been given to us to help others. This could look different for any of us. This could be something where you give to your local church, your local charity, or it could just be stepping up alongside a friend and saying, you know what, I'm gonna help you out here. And I think that really will contribute to your financial fitness and my financial fitness. So, I hope you take these 6 tips into practice. Let's get going. Let's get financially free. I hope this fall and this winter coming up isn't something that you're really dreading, but it's a place where you can get financially fit, a place that you can splurge a little bit, spend some time with family, and give to others. I'll see you guys next week. I just have all these ideas running in my head. Yeah. Have a great week. See you guys next week. Bye.